Howdy ho, Arkansas Pilgrim here again with my first ShedWars 22 Northern Hemisphere official gardening video about saving seeds. Well, actually, should I say preserving seeds? So, when I say preserving seeds, I'm talking about keeping your seeds viable for as long as possible. Now, seeds are valuable, as we found out a couple years ago when you might not actually have been able to buy any. So what you do buy, you want to make good use of, but also keep and have them last as long as possible. If you properly preserve your seeds, they can be viable, 6, 7, maybe even 10 years. And well, you might only get like a 50% germination rate at 10 years, but that's actually still pretty good considering. Now, there are some types of seeds, I guess, which don't last very long regardless, but you want to do the best you can with what you have. So, as you see right here, what I do, what I'm doing with this packaging is keeping them dry and cool. What makes seeds germinate? You water them, and the soil needs to be warm enough. So to stop them from germinating, you want to keep them dry and keep them cool. A cool, dry place is like your refrigerator. That's I think is the best place to keep them. But there's other little steps you can do. One of the things is to keep the moisture out. Sometimes it may get moist in the refrigerator depending on what you put in there. But I package my seeds up in, these are Ziploc freezer bags. You don't want to use sandwich bags. Sandwich bags they don't really seal up. The edges where they're sealed, it's not really sealed. It's thin plastic, and it's basically to just keep stuff off the sandwich when you throw it into your lunch bag and then eat it later. It's not meant for preservation. The freezer bags are thicker, and moisture and stuff will actually diffuse through plastic. If you can put an onion in a plastic bag, stick it in your refrigerator, and your refrigerator will still end up smelling like an onion. But the thicker plastic will slow that diffusion down, and it's also very well sealed. Now, what I used to use was a jar similar to this, but I had to change it because it just kind of took up too much room in the refrigerator. Whereas you can, especially if you use different bags, you can kind of place them and keep them out of the way. But the nice thing about this is, it seals up very well, and hey, it's glass, nothing diffuses through that. The lid gives a tight seal, and of course another option would be mason jar. And obviously, a widened mouth mason jar is easier to get your seed packets in and out of. But one other step that I take is, you see I have several different packages. Well, I've got a lot more seeds than I'm going to be planting. So what I will do is, when I'm planting my garden, I will take and put all the seeds that I'm planning on planting, which is even here, this is a little bit ambitious, should I say, but I will put the seeds that I'm going to be planting in one bag and ones that I'm not in others. That way, when I open up and take out seeds, you're still opening them up to the air a little bit, and that can, the effects of that can add up. So it's best to keep other ones, you're not going to be using, sealed up. And as you note here, I've got a few. Just put in a plug. I've got these from Big Blue House Homestead. These are actually ones I think she gave me, and no, wait, these are ones I purchased. You got to go check out her Etsy page. She's got some great heirloom seeds for sale. But what I do is, as I plant, I will open up. Oops, this one's broken up. As I plant the seeds, I will go and then I'll stick them into the bag that's of seeds that I'm not going to be using because I've already planted them. And usually I do that several packs at a time, so it ends up not being the same amount of opening and closing of the bags. Anyway, And then I, as you see, keep all those bags in another bag just to have another level of protection. Now this isn't a freezer bag because I didn't have any gallon freezer bags, but the fact that you're giving the extra protection to it will make your seeds last longer. I actually had some seeds that I moved out here from California that still germinated after 7 years. Like I said, I was probably down to 50% germination, but hey, you can still get a lot of plants out of that. And then if you just save the seeds out of those, from harvest the seeds from the plants that you grow, hey, you can keep things, keep some good seeds hanging around for a long time. You'll always have a store of them, and you won't have to depend on someone else to buy your seeds from. Anyway, I hope that was helpful to y'all. God bless y'all, and see you next time.